Hi there, my name is Peter Williams and I'd like to thank you for taking some time to get to know me a little bit better today. I'm a teacher who is based in Milan in northern Italy. I have a background in teaching economics, business management, history, and in a more general sense, social sciences to young people. More important than this, however, I have found that as a teacher, when I give my time, attention, and respect to the people in front of me, then I too receive empathy and loyalty from them and find that this is the real driver that helps young people become the person that their higher self would want them to be. I would describe myself as a sensitive person. Not in the sense of being delicate, I'm not, but in the sense of being attuned to my students' needs. And indeed, when in doubt, I simply ask them a question, but make a point on noticing their reactions, which helps me see if there's a barrier to learning, a barrier to enjoying school, or simply that a concept hasn't landed and we can go into more detail until the concept becomes more known. This awareness helps me to create an environment that's encouraging and intellectually alive. I work to make my material relatable to the students, whether we're exploring economic theory or historical movements or unpacking ethical dimensions of economics and business. We undertake these serious questions in a fun way through a series of group tasks. In other words, we think it through together and everybody's contribution is welcomed. I try and get them to relate any thoughts that they may have to their real world experience. I want them to think critically, and I want them to leave the classroom with questions that require more thinking, at least up to the point where they sit down around a family dining table. Outside the core curriculum, I've been involved in initiatives to do with Model United Nations, encouraging students to negotiate, to see the other person's point of view. They practice diplomacy, etc. I've contributed to school-based green programs and supported student-led initiatives on sustainability. I also try and involve art in economics so that those amongst us who think differently in a more creative medium can also contribute to their understanding of economics and pass on that love of art to other students. I've also run school visits to Istanbul, Lisbon, Naples, and of course, within Milan as well. It's an obvious thing to state that teaching is about outcomes, but it's about much more than that. It's about every student being present in the moment during important learning areas, so that they feel trusted to give answers to questions, even if from the normal point of view they might not be a perfect answer, but they still feel heard, and therefore they will not feel blocked about answering a second question should the need arise. I want them to become the people they aspire to be. I want them to enjoy school so that they look forward coming to school. And when they leave, they look forward to going home and talking with the important people in their lives about some of the issues that have been brought up in my lessons. I'd be honoured to bring that kind of energy and commitment to your school community. Okay, thank you once again, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.